What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Joey Judy 93, aka That White Cracker 93, aka Zombie Boss 93, and of course, Best in the World in Zombies. Now, first and foremost, I'm back with some more WWE 13 gameplay for you guys. This is a World Heavyweight Championship match, 2 out of 3 falls, between the number one contender, Mankind, and the current World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton. Now, we skipped the Armageddon Hell in the Cells, and Mankind won one of them. So he's using his opportunity, because if you each Armageddon Hell in a Cell, one for Raw, one for SmackDown, one for ECW/TNA, because those are the rosters I have. If you win that Armageddon Hell in a Cell, they were all 2 out of 3 falls, and if you win, you go for that title of that brand. So, Mankind won, and he wants to cash in his opportunity right now, and he did. And we'll find out if he can become the new World Heavyweight Champion, or will Randy Orton be too much for him. So we'll find out. And I'm really sick right now. Like, fucking, it's not fair. Like, it's summertime, and I always get sick in the spring and the fall. No, fail. The spring and the summer the most. Fall, rarely. And winter, it depends. Like, if I'm outside OD, obviously I'm gonna get sick. But if I'm, like inside and stuff, I'm good. So, as of now, I just have a cold. So that's why my voice is kind of different, or sounds weird. So just try to bear with me. So, I got the Raw results for June 24th, 2013. And Raw kicked off with, a recap of last week, when Brock Lesnar attacked CM Punk, gave him an F5 for free. The F meaning free. So, the F5. And Mark Henry attacking John Cena. Like Mark Henry playing possum, saying, oh, I'm going to retire. I love you guys. And thank you for all the support. I've been here for almost 20 years. And, thank you so much. For caring for me and stuff like that. And then Cena comes out, pays his respect to Mark Henry. And what does Mark Henry do? You know what, Cena? I'm going to give you fucking a World's Strongest Slam because I don't like you. And Cena's like, WTF? Because he didn't know. Like, it just came out of nowhere. So, we'll find out, little by little, we'll find out what happens. So, alright, so, so after those recaps, the first match was Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. So right away, these gentlemen are going at it. Like, alright, so the first time, it was a double, I think it was a double disqualification or a double countout. The second time, Daniel Bryan won via countout, and this is their third match. So I guess you could say 2 out of 3, something like that. And, like, they were going back and forth, like, literally. And then, Vicky Guerrero comes out, Brad Maddox comes out, Mr. McMahon comes out. And then, like, it just, like, stops. Like, again, like, how many times? Like, I don't understand. Like, Brad Maddox is like, oh, we have I know you guys have a score to sell tonight, but we have a very busy night. So, you guys will fight in the main event. So, basically, they were just beating each other up for no fucking reason. And the ironic part is Randy Orton's in this match that I'm commentating. And, I'm just trying to go in order. I only skipped the Armageddon Hell in a Cell as of now. So, this match gets cut off, so nothing happens. So, technically, you could say a double disqualification again because the match is done. So, that leads to the main event. So the next match is Team Rhodes Scholars, which consists of Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, versus Sheamus and his tag team partner, Christian. So, I have to say, I'm impressed with Christian now. Like, I never really liked him, to be honest, except, when he was with Edge, back then, the Attitude Era, that's it. But, all the epic ladder matches they had back then and stuff. But now, like, this current Christian, or whenever he came back, I should say, after TNA, he was whack. You know, then he became the World Heavyweight Champion, and then Orton beat him, and then he was gone again. And then he went to TNA again, and then he came back now. But I think he had a shoulder injury or something, so that's why he came back. And Sheamus was pissed about that handicap match that, you know, he lost. I think he lost against Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow. So Sheamus is like, you know what, let me even the odds with you fellas. You know, I can't say it as good as Sheamus. So, you know, I guess he wants Christian to help him out, I don't know. And, you know, this match goes back and forth. And then, you know, Damien Sandow did the elbow of disdain. And then, you know, goes back and forth. And then Cody Rhodes is just, like, taunting Christian because, you know, he knew Christian got injured and he came back from injury. So, you know, he's just playing around with Christian. And then Christian gets pissed, you know, goes for the kill switch on Cody. But Cody, you know, hits him, like, you know, counters it. And then after that, Sheamus gets pissed. He comes in the match, so, you know, Christian tagged Sheamus. Sheamus comes in, you know, does white noise on Damien Sandow, and then Damien Sandow, wait. Damien Sandow slides over the white noise. So basically, Sheamus was about to do it, like, you know, about to grab him, and then Damien Sandow slides under him, tags in Cody. And as soon as Cody Rhodes comes in the match, the best part, he gets a broad kick for free. So, Sheamus and Christian won the match. Which, you know, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I feel bad for Team Rhodes Scholars, but, oh well. So, the next match was like a rematch from like last Monday or Friday, whatever it was. Kaitlyn versus Oksana. Again, not even a match. You know, Layla's at ringside, I guess, you know, cheer on Kaitlyn. And then AJ Lee comes out dressed as Kaitlyn, you know, trying to, like, distract her. And then Oksana tries to take advantage. But then Kaitlyn knows, like, she moves out of the way and then gives Oksana a spear. So Kaitlyn wins the match. And then we get another thing for the, can't pronounce their family name. The Wright family, or Wyatt family. You know, I apologize for saying it wrong. So, you know, I'm impressed with these gentlemen. They're with this Wyatt family, or however their name is called. And I'm pretty sure, you know, they're going to make their debut pretty soon. And they're going to go after the Shield. Because, you know, who doesn't want to go after the Shield? The Shield have the tag team titles, you know? Like, Shield have a big target on their hands. Even though they always win, you know, like 99% of their matches, you know, people want to go after them. And then after that, and then after that, with the Wright family, we have a raw recap with Mark Henry's retirement and how it was, you know, everyone got fooled by it and stuff. And then after that, the next match was Chris Jericho versus Alberto Del Rio, the current and new World Heavyweight Champion. I hate to say it. And, you know, like I always say about Chris Jericho always goes ham. You know, all signatures and finishers going off. You know, Chris Jericho, you know, gets the walls of Jericho. But then Ricardo comes in and hits Chris Jericho with that stupid fucking bucket. And then the referee saw, obviously, so it was a disqualification. So, you know, I don't understand. Like, but like early on in the match, you know, Chris Jericho tries to go for the code breaker, but it didn't work. You know, Del Rio blocks it, and then Chris Jericho rolls him up, and then goes for the walls of Jericho, and Del Rio counters again, and he does that kick that he always does, like that super kick. And then after that, he goes for the cross arm breaker, but then Chris Jericho gets him with the bulldog. And then after that, Chris Jericho's about to do the lion stomp, but then Del Rio blocks it. You know, like, you know, with his knees, when Chris Jericho jumps on you, you know, you use your knees to block it and hits him in the gut. And then, you know, Del Rio tries to use the cross arm breaker, and then I think, yeah, the second time, and then, you know, Chris Jericho makes it to the ropes, So that didn't work, and then Chris Jericho gets the walls of Jericho, and is locked in, and then fucking Ricardo Rodriguez comes out with his stupid fucking bucket, and then hits Chris Jericho, causes a disqualification, and Chris Jericho wins the match via disqualification. But after that, Dolph Ziggler like fucking rushes to the ring and beats the hell out of Del Rio, and then Chris Jericho hits Ricardo for the code breaker, and then Dolph Ziggler gets the zigzag on Del Rio, and then Chris Jericho and Dolph Ziggler, they come face to face, middle of the ring, and then Chris Jericho, he gets rid of the past like what him and Ziggler had, and then Chris Jericho like oh well, whatever. And then Ziggler, the guy that he is, hit him with the zigzag, because Ziggler doesn't care. And then Ziggler poses, like to show off that he is. And then Chris Jericho leaves. He's like, what the fuck? And then this was very important. This was not a match, but we find out that WWE 2K14, the new name now, 2K, because 2K Sports took over from THQ, because THQ went bankrupt magically, and 2K took over. And 2K has like all the sports anyway, like basketball and all that, so why not add the WWE? They make more money. But there's a lot of wrestling fans out there. So, we have Brad Maddox come out, trying to do the reveal for 2K14, and Vicky Guerrero comes out and says that she wants to cancel the match with Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. Then Triple H walks out, and he's like, nope, that's not happening, because the match will go on. And, everyone's arguing back and forth. And then after that, Brad Maddox shows that, he's on the cover, which is obviously not true. And then Jerry Lawler comes out, and he's like, you know what? How about I show the reveal on the cover? So, before that happens, everyone's out now. Mr. McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, Vicky Guerrero, Brad Maddox, Jerry Lawler, I think I said Triple H. And then Brad Maddox, so first Brad Maddox shows himself after everyone's in. Then, he shows the one that has CM Punk and John Cena on it. And then we find out the real cover has the People's Champ, the great one, The Rock. So The Rock is on the cover of WWE 2K14. Then after that, this leads to the next match. Ryback versus Khali, the Great Khali. Not even a match, Ryback is pissed, like he always is, because, he did not capture the WWE title back at Extreme Rules. So, he just beats the hell out of Khali. And then, Khali tries to build some momentum. Doesn't really work. Ryback just comes back like the beast that he is. And gives the Great Khali a shell shock, which is like, that's ridiculous, because Khali is over 400 plus pounds. And then Ryback picks him up and then marches around the ring like he's nothing, like he's a fucking rag doll. But he's just a 400 pound plus man. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. And then, after that, John Cena comes out, the current WWE champion John Cena. He comes out and he talks about the history of the WWE title, and then he brings out what Mark Henry did last week. And then Cena said that Mark Henry is making a mockery of retirements such as Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. And then Cena said that at Money in the Bank, he will destroy Mark Henry. He's gonna knock his teeth down his throat. And then, then Cena says that Mark Henry forgot to check his calendar because they are still in the middle of whoop-ass season. And then Cena says, our time is now, and the champ is here. And his music hits, and then that's it, done. So Cena leaves. And then we get a promo from one of my sons over here, obviously one of my sons is John Cena, as I said, and, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, CM Punk, they're all my sons. And we got my son over here coming back Money in the Bank, July 14th, 2013, on a Sunday. Don't miss it. Rob Van Dam, Mr. Monday Night, is coming back. So, then after that, we have a number one contenders match with 3MB versus the Usos versus Tons of Funk in a triple threat tag team match. And, alright, so I'm going to explain the participants. You know, Tons of Funk consists of Tenzai and Brodus Clay. Then we have the Usos, which are, you know, which consist of Jimmy and Jay Uso, the sons of Rikishi, and then 3MB members. We have Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, and then we have Heath Slater, you know, in the back. And the Funkadactyls, Naomi and Cameron in the back as well for Tons of Funk. So, you know, the match went back and forth like it always does. And then, you know, the Usos are just beating up 3MB. And then Tenzai comes out of nowhere and hits one of the Usos. And then after that, the Usos win the match. And, yeah, so Tenzai goes for the pin, but one of the Usos break it up. And then, when Tenzai is distracted, the other Uso took advantage and probably did like a cheap roll-up or something. And then, you know, the Usos won the match. So, you know, they're now the new number one contenders to face the Shield. You know, two members of the Shield, I should say, which consists of the WWE Tag Team Champions Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. And after that, you know, the Shield comes out. You know, they come out of the crowd like they always do. The Hounds of Justice. And then they stare down at the Usos like, you know what? We're watching you. You're not going to beat us. We're the Shield. We bring justice to WWE. And look at Mankind! Oh my goodness! Always distracting me. These gentlemen, everyone distracts me. Oh my goodness, one elbow shot though. Oh. On Orton. And then, after all that, we have the final, well, we have the segment with Paul Heyman and CM Punk. So CM Punk confronts Paul Heyman and says, why did Lesnar do this? Like CM Punk is talking about like what happened on how Paul Heyman got him here. So CM Punk comes out and he talks about the signing with the WWE in 2005. And then he talks about how John Laurinaitis wanted him to go to OVW, where the WWE developmental was. And then Punk was supposed to go, and then Paul Heyman refused. He refused, and then he's like, no. And then Mr. McMahon's like, you know what? I don't like CM Punk. I never liked him. So I want him fired. And then Paul Heyman's like, you can't, you know, this is one of my top people, you know, back in Ring of Honor and everything, you know, like he was the top dog there, and I'm not allowing this. So when Paul Heyman started ECW, back in, I think when ECW had a comeback, I think back in 06, 07, Paul Heyman signed CM Punk as the first member. He's like, I want CM Punk because I like this guy. I like this kid. He's going to succeed. Mr. McMahon, please trust me on this. I guarantee you CM Punk's going to become one of your best superstars one day. And look where it's gotten him now. He's the 6th longest reign as the WWE Champion for 434 days. From November of 2011 all the way until January of 2013. That's fucking ridiculous. CM Punk's the best in the world. People gotta accept it. So, you know, Paul Heyman said that, you know, he tells Punk the truth, like, I didn't do anything. And then Paul Heyman says, no, he didn't know. And Paul Heyman's like, oh, I didn't know Lesnar was going to do that. Like, how do I know? And then Paul Heyman said that he'll never represent anyone against CM Punk. And that includes Brock Lesnar. And then Paul Heyman says Brock Lesnar will have a problem with that. But that's between you two. And then he says that, you know, Paul Heyman says that the fans want CM Punk to drop Paul Heyman tonight, like everyone wants Heyman to do to Punk in 2005 and 2006. So the fans chant GTS. And then, you know, because the fans want CM Punk to get Paul Heyman to go to sleep. And then CM Punk had sympathy, and he said, you know what, I'm sorry, I doubted you, Paul Heyman. And then they hugged each other. And then, that's it. You know, Paul Heyman, I think he leaves. And then, you know, we'll CM Punk's music hits, and then, you know, they're about to leave. Yeah. Alright, so CM Punk goes out to the ring. And then, I don't know why, but the primetime players, which consist of Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, they just come out of nowhere. And Darren Young says, you know what, I want to make a statement. I want to challenge CM Punk. You know, I want to challenge the best in the world. So, you know, CM Punk's about to do the GTS, and then Darren Young counters it magically, you know, goes for a 2 count. And then, CM Punk gets pissed, so he does a couple moves, and then he gives Darren Young an Anaconda Vice. That's it, done. What the fuck is Mankind doing? The fuck? Okay, Mankind's pissed. I don't know. But CM Punk wins. Then after that, Titus O'Neil comes out, and then they double team CM Punk. So Titus O'Neil and Darren Young double team CM Punk. And then the new Intercontinental Champion, Curtis Axel, comes out and helps CM Punk. And then, that, you know, that's it. You know, like, I don't know. Remember, Curtis Axel's a Paul Heyman guy. Brock Lesnar's a Paul Heyman guy. CM Punk's a Paul Heyman guy. And all Paul Heyman guys stick together, but, you know, Brock Lesnar has no sympathy in anyone. So that's why he likes to beat up people. And then after that, Vicky Guerrero comes out, yelling on the phone to Stephanie McMahon. No. She's yelling on the phone, and then Stephanie McMahon comes in. And, you know, they're talking about the Money in the Bank. There's no participants yet. And then, you know, the Bella Twins come out, and they just start giving copies of the new WWE magazines to fans. Then Stephanie McMahon comes out to reveal who's in the WWE Championship ladder match for next month. And she said CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Christian, Kane, and Rob Van Dam for that match. So that's 7 participants. Then Ryback comes out and says that he wants a rematch with Cena, with John Cena, and he wants the Mark Henry vs. Cena to be canceled. And then Chris Jericho comes out, because he wants to be in the ladder match. And then Stephanie McMahon's like, you know what, you both want to be in the match, so how about we just do this? We make you guys go one-on-one. So Money in the Bank, a new match confirmed, Ryback versus Chris Jericho. And then the participants, I'll say once again, for the WWE Championship ladder match, where the winner will obviously become a future number 1 contender to cash in at any time, any place, any time they want, you know. But only for WWE though, because, you know, the red one's for the WWE title and the blue one for the World Heavyweight title. So, you know, once again, the participants are going to be CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Christian, Kane, and Rob Van Dam. And then CM Punk says that he doesn't want Curtis Axel's help to happen after this, and then stuff like that. And then we have the street fight after Rush now, because this video's almost over. Wow, I've been talking for a while. It's a street fight, Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. So this match goes back and forth. And Daniel Bryan ends up winning the match, because he uses the kendo stick to do the no lock on Randy Orton, and Randy Orton taps out. And then Daniel Bryan wins. After that, you know, he's like, yes. And then, that's it. Raw's over. So I apologize for rushing that part. You know, I'm assuming finishers and signatures and finishers went off. But, oh well. Alright, so, fuck, I didn't look. Who the fuck won this match? I apologize for the main event. I wasn't thinking of how long this video was. Fuck, alright, I think Mankind won. Yeah, Mankind won. So, here's your winner, and the new World Heavyweight Champion, Mankind. But this video's coming to an end. So this is Joey Jr. 93, aka you know it already. And show off. And once again, I apologize for the main event. I didn't realize that this video was almost over until I looked. So once again, show off.